Hi, it's Rachel doing some car unwitnessing this morning, even though I don't really feel like it today, but I've got a video to make, so I thought I might as well. So here's the car. There's rather a lot of words to read on it. I'm just hoping that somebody reads it or snaps a picture of it. Yeah, I didn't want to shorten the scripture. I mean, I would have liked to have quoted the scripture directly. I think John 6:53, something like that. But even that would have been too long, so I kind of paraphrased it. And yeah, I'll just... Oh, I don't like this. Got to work out a better system. Okay. It's not like I haven't had time to, but anyway. That'll do. Anyway, yes, I thought I'd put my 2 cents in about the Tony Morris alcohol thing. I couldn't believe it when I first saw that video. I thought, no, surely not. I thought, what a great catch for the ex-witness who managed to be in the bottle king at the same time as Anthony Morris. Yes, it just makes me really think of the hypocrisy that exists in the organisation when it comes to their stance on alcohol. I do remember seeing a video some time ago where it was talking about the instructions that are given at Bethel to the new Bethelites coming in. And in those, because I think a lot of in the States anyway, the Bethelites that come in at age 19, they're not at the legal drinking age yet, which I believe is 21. I think that's right. So they're not legally allowed to drink, but it was also stated in these instructions that if someone comes to Bethel and they are currently not a drinker, then the encouragement was to not take up drinking. So it seems that they would rather that you didn't drink alcohol at Bethel. However, is that what the pattern that the governing body sets? Is that, oh my brain, are they setting an example in harmony with that? It seems not. You know, when Anthony Morris goes into Bottle King on a Sunday morning, looking like he might be trying to disguise himself a little bit, at a time when a lot of the brothers and sisters will be at Kingdom Halls or busy in some kind of theocratic activity, and he's there incognito, buying not just your average alcohol, not just wine that, you know, drinks that you might have for celebrations with a group, but hard liquor, you know, scotch and whiskey, which I can't stand. And I wonder how many Bethelites like that, or perhaps they were only introduced to it once they got to Bethel and found they do have a taste for it. Anyway, when I saw this, and I know how much alcohol is discouraged at Bethel, yet it seems to be a huge problem at Bethel, a huge drinking culture at Bethel, and that young brothers who go there all wide-eyed and thinking they're entering into a wonderful paradise, it's so pure and everyone's super righteous, they get introduced to this drinking culture, and apparently it starts at the top. So I wonder if they have a little tipple at the Wednesday morning governing body meetings. Wouldn't be surprising. Anyway, when I saw this, it reminded me of an experience that I think it was a circuit overseer gave at one of the last assemblies that I went to. I think it was in 2013, and he gave this experience. I think it was talking about when brothers and sisters were away visiting a convention and you know how we were always told to, you know, when outside the convention times, like if you go for a meal, always be on your best behaviour and wear your name badge and all that sort of thing. I think it was in that kind of context. But he spoke about this couple, witness couple, who went to a restaurant for a meal and they didn't order any alcohol. This made a huge impression on one of the staff at the restaurant. Basically, he said he began a study with witnesses because they didn't drink. Because he was used to seeing large religious groups come into the restaurant, order up heaps of booze and get drunk, basically. But these witnesses, they came in and they didn't even order any alcohol. And that he thought these must be God's people. And so he had a study with them which progressed. And, well, I can't remember whether the circuit overseer said he was baptised, but I'm assuming he was. But I was thinking at the time, I thought, well, this is misleading, because our witnesses do drink. They are allowed to drink, and they do get drunk, and they do drink at Bethel. Yet here was this person studying with witnesses because he thought they didn't drink. So I thought it was very, very odd that he gave this experience, and tied in with what I know now about the terrible drinking culture at Bethel. And all the ex-Bethelites that make videos say, you know, in the mornings and the weekends there'd be boxes and boxes of bottles to be carted away, you know, from the night before's drinking sessions. So it seems pretty bad, doesn't it? And it's just so hypocritical. They give such a, yeah, and the fact that this drinking seems to start at the top. I mean, why would you be drinking hard liquor? And even Anthony Morris's wife likes the strong stuff. I mean, and I wonder where the money came from to buy those things. And people have brought out how they've made videos guilting children into putting their ice cream money into the contribution box, you know, for an ice cream. So what are we talking about? I don't know what it'd be in the States. No more than a couple of dollars anyway. And here is Anthony Morris spending $850 US on whiskey and scotch. Doesn't follow his own encouragement, does he? Very hypocritical. Well, I think I'll just end that little 2 cents worth of my view on the alcohol thing. One thing I did do is I actually wrote to HQ in the States and complained about the example that he was setting and how there's a terrible alcohol culture at Bethel. Oh, it looks like people are starting to leave the meeting now. And how it's disappointing and disillusioning a lot of the brothers and sisters. You know, especially the young ones that go to Bethel, and all their illusions are shattered. I'm so glad that my son decided to, basically in his teens, decided it was all BS. But, you know, I would have been encouraging him to reach out for Bethel, because I thought it would have been a good and a safe place to be. Mind you, the Bethel and the branch closed down in New Zealand, and now we're under the Australia branch, so that probably would never have been a problem. But yeah, anyway, I'll leave that for now. Bye.